Alan Schneider brought this project to me already a couple of years ago. And frankly, one of my first questions to him was, well, what about Yad Vashem? What's what Yad Vashem does? We've all been to the Garden of the Righteous, the Avenue of the Righteous, and Alan told me the story about the law which was enacted, and it only covers non-Jewish rescuers. And I became more interested, and I spoke to a former member of Knesset. I won't mention the name, but I spoke, and this member told me that one of the concerns, and this member of Knesset is the child of survivors. And I was told that the idea is, look, every Jew was in distress, everyone, and that to elevate some over others would kind of demean those who did not have the means to save themselves, who just, it isn't a matter of sheep to the slaughter. Some were just caught, period. I mean, my relatives in a shtetl in Lithuania, they marched in, the paramilitary people marched in one day, and they rounded everybody up. It wasn't as if you could save, that's it. You went to the truck and you went to be shot. And I didn't quite get the Yad Vashem issue, but okay, I heard this, don't elevate some over others. But then I started to read some of these testimonies. And truly, there were some very heroic people who, at risk to being killed immediately, some people were able to live another week, some people were able to live another month. Some people managed to live through the war, but they went out of their way, not to the detriment of any other Jew. It was to save other Jews, to see what they could to save other Jews. These are really terrific stories, and I was deeply touched by the event. I've now been to two events, actually. There's one in Riverdale in New York City, and one in New York, in Manhattan itself. And I've really come to believe that this is a very valuable project. And I believe, by the way, eventually, that with Yad Vashem and everyone else, I think everybody will also agree that this is really a good idea. So I think that Abraham has really a tremendous project here with the film. Proud of the fact that Alan Schneider is participating in this effort as an organizer, one of the organizers of the committee. Chaim Roth is a survivor whom I knew from the Claims Conference. We worked together some years ago, and only discovered that later that his son, David, was the deputy ambassador for Israel at the United Nations, an outstanding public servant, an outstanding diplomat in his own right. So this is something that I think that we should be certainly behind, and support our own Alan Schneider, and to support Abraham, who's been able with Israel in this effort. And really, just to conclude, just when you think you've heard every story, every possible twist on survival, every possible twist on the terrible barbaric acts which were carried out against our people, you keep learning. There's something new every day. There's something new every day. And none of us who are living here now can imagine what it must have been like. None of us can imagine to be put in a difficult situation. Difficult isn't even the word. Life-threatening all the time. We have, I know, there's Ryan Seaman in the room. He was a hidden child. I mean, we've got many stories. I'm sure right in this room we have stories. So this is a worthwhile project. I think it makes us feel good as Jews to learn about these stories. It also makes us feel good to hear about the non-Jews, of course, and so many stories, important stories. But what this does is not only tell these individual stories, but it also perpetuates Holocaust remembrance. And what we have now is we're getting to the point where those who have tattoos on their arm are going to be gone. They're going to be gone in less than 10 years.
Right.
They'll be gone. You have a 106-year-old, you have a few, they'll be gone. There'll be no one to say, I saw it. There'll be no one to say, I experienced it. And then the Holocaust deniers are going to have a field day. Then they're going to really bore in. So while we have some years left to talk to these people, we need to do everything we can. And Avraham, really, I take my hat off to you and to your team, really, for doing this. Really, it's not to say that it's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah, but it's a mitzvah doesn't tell the whole story. It's really a tremendous contribution to Holocaust remembrance, and really, kol hakavod for all the good work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.